Hey, this is Jeff.
And this is Mandy.
Welcome back to Dollars and Roses. Today we're going to answer a reader question.
We have a reader question from Marissa, so thank you, Marissa, for your question. And Marissa asks, I saw that you have mentioned Bob's Blogging Your Passion 101 and 201 videos. Did you guys take this class? It seems very interesting and informative, but I'm super hesitant and nervous about the whole thing. I have been reading both yours and his recommended tools, and it all seems like so much money to invest when I don't know if I'll be able to make money in the first place. I really want to blog and it seems fun, especially for a stay-at-home mom who would like some hobbies of her own. But when I start thinking of a website to call my own, I get nervous about so many things. I see all of these other blogs and how successful they are and how fun their blogs are, and I don't know if I can compete. I don't know if my website would be what people would want. I have lots of ifs and ands and buts. Since I am starting from scratch, what tools would you recommend for the beginner? Any advice?
First, Marissa, great question. I'm sure this is a position that many bloggers starting off or wannabe bloggers starting off, what do you buy? How much do you need to spend? First, to address your first question regarding Bob's course, yes, we did go through it, but realize that we have already spent hours upon hours researching blogging. We started back in 2008, so a lot of what's in there we've already learned along the way. But if you've never blogged before, it will help you immensely.
Yes, it will save you so much time. If I could have taken Bob's course way back in the day, it would have just saved me hours upon hours, months upon months of research. So definitely a great course.
Most people don't realize that courses like this were available when we started blogging, but they were a lot more expensive. Now they're a lot more affordable because there are a lot more bloggers doing it, and they're doing it very well. And Bob's just another example of that.
As far as what tools to buy whenever you're starting off, when I started blogging back in 2008, I just started on Blogspot, so I started on the free website. I really kind of wish, looking back, that I probably would have just jumped right into WordPress. It's harder, but at the same time, I got so used to Blogspot that it was very hard for me to switch over, and I kind of wish that I would have just learned from the beginning WordPress. But the recommended tools, number one, I would say the very first thing that I absolutely think you need is to spend a little bit of money on a header. I can't tell you how many blogs that I visit, and immediately if I see that they just have some basic header that's just words, or I can tell that there's not a lot of effort there, then I think that they're not serious about it. And a lot of times I won't read because I'm like, oh, they don't really care about blogging, or they're not taking this serious, so I just skip on over. So I think that's something that in the beginning I spent money on, and I'm very happy that I did, because I think it's important that you start your brand from the beginning. Spend a little bit of money on the header, I would say.
I agree. I dove right in. I avoided the free version. I bought my own domain, but buying your own domain for a year is going to cost you 10 to 15 bucks at most. As far as the header, how much did you spend on your header?
I think it was like $50. I can't remember. This was so long ago, but
I think I spent $40 on my initial header. There's places out there that you can get them very, very cheap, so you're not going to be spending a lot of money. So other than the header, your domain name, the other thing that you absolutely have to get is your hosting package. I start off with Lunar Pages, which we've got an affiliate link. You can sign up for as little as $5 to 10 bucks a month. So it's very, very inexpensive. But as far as tools that you need to get started, I think those are the essential three: the header, the domain name, and then the hosting package.
Yeah, I would agree. I really like her question about when she talks about, I don't know if I can compete, because that's something as a woman that I really struggle with too, especially starting out. When I started blogging, I thought, oh, there's so many blogs and all these wonderful, designs and wonderful written posts, and how can I compete with that? I shouldn't even try. Something that I learned at Blisden when I went to a blogging conference is that don't compare your beginning to someone else's middle. Your starting out your blog is never going to be as good as someone who's been blogging for 3 years. You have to start somewhere. So yes, it's going to be kind of rocky at the beginning, and you're going to your header might not look the best, and you might not have the best grammar or the best well-written posts, but you have to start somewhere. And if you don't do that, you're never going to get better. And so I would just say, go for it. Don't try to compare yourself to somebody else's blog that's been blogging a lot longer than you.
Absolutely agree. When I first started blogging, I was a no one. There was all these top personal finance bloggers that were just killing it, and I never even tried to compete because I didn't think I ever could. But it took almost a year, maybe 9 months to a year of blogging consistently, where you start to finally gain some traction, where people start taking notice of your site, what you're writing, what you're doing. Because with blogging, people want to know that you're going to be around. So as far as all these tools and all these investments, I wouldn't spend a lot of money up front. It's the time. The time is going to be your big investment.
Yeah.
Great point. You can't compare where you're at to somebody else that's been blogging for 3, 4, 5 years before you. You just got to start, be consistent with it, and just find out with yourself, is it something that you actually enjoy doing?
Yeah, which kind of her last point, what she asked, was about how can I even make money? And I think that you kind of have to take a step back and not jump into blogging thinking about like, oh, this is a huge moneymaker, because it's not. I mean, it takes so much time and so much effort, and if you're gonna start blogging just to make money, you should just stop right now. Because I think that is probably a bad idea. I think you need to start blogging because you're passionate about something, because you want to write about something, because you want to document your family or talk about personal finance or DIY. Don't go into it with the thought that like, okay, what can I write that's gonna make me money? Because it won't happen.
Yeah, I actually made the first paycheck from our blogs combined, and that was, I think it was either between 6 or 9 months of blogging, and I got my first Google AdSense check for $100, $100. So between the two of us, after blogging, jointly for almost 2 years, we made $100. Look out, right?
Wow.
So, you can't go into blogging, that you're going to be making money immediately. It does take time. It takes consistency. It takes a passion that you have to find.
So we truly appreciate all the readers' questions. Thank you so much, Marissa. We hope that you found this helpful.
And if you have other questions to us, the Dollars and Roses team, please feel free to use our contact form, hit us up on our Facebook fan page, Twitter, and be sure to sign up for our newsletter.
Thanks for stopping by.
See you soon.
Bye.